Back. All right, let me share my screen with you. When last we talked, we did a chart on the three branches of government and the checks and balances. The reason this is coming right here in our notes is this is in our Constitution. Okay, so if we go back, we talked about the first part of the Constitution is the preamble. Well, the second part of the Constitution is called the Articles, and the first article in the Constitution sets up the legislative branch and gives the rules and regulations for it. And the second article sets up the executive branch, and the third article sets up the judicial branch. And all of these come together to make up our federal system, is what it's called. And that's written in the Constitution of the United States of America. All right, so today I'm going to draw another chart with you. So if I'm going to flip, I'm going to need another big clean page. Okay, and to give you an idea of what I'm drawing, it is going to take up the whole page. It's a bullseye. Okay, and it's going to go into that country, federal, national government, and the local and city government. Okay, so I'm going to draw in the middle of my paper roughly about the size of an egg. Okay. And I'm going to call this the local, okay, local government. Okay. And the local government has a legislative branch, an executive branch, and a judicial branch. Okay. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so maybe you can see that better. Sorry, my highlights are coming through. Okay. The legislative branch that make laws for our city. If you're not a part of a city, it might be a county government. Okay. That's going to be your city council. Okay. Your executive branch is going to be headed up by your mayor and your police department, your city police, or your county police. And your judicial branch is your city court. If you think about Murfreesboro, when you drive up to the square, there's a city court building. Just right off of the square is the city police. Right there in the square is where the council meets, and you have your mayor's offices there. So those are all right there. So you guys and Miss Patterson, here we are. I'm going to draw a little stick figure. Here I am sitting in Murfreesboro, and I have to obey the laws that are created by the city council. If I don't, the city police are going to come and get me and take me to the city court. Okay, here I am. I have to obey all the laws in this bubble. But my city, my local government, is also in my state. So I'm going to give myself like a donut, about an inch or so around it. Okay, so this one here is my local. And then this one here is my, I'm going to do state. And of course, my state is Tennessee that I am in. It also has a legislative, executive, and judicial branch. Okay. The legislative branch in Tennessee, our state Congress, is known as the General Assembly. So, General. They're the ones who make the state laws. Okay. The executive branch, the head of the executive branch is the governor. And our state troopers. And then the judicial branch, we have a state Supreme Court, or the Tennessee Supreme Court. Supreme means highest in the land. So here's our little stick figure. Highlight him. So this little stick figure has to obey the laws of the city they're living in or the town, but they're also in the circle of the state. They're inside those laws as well. So they have to obey those state laws. And then one more big circle around. Okay, and this is the federal, or you might call it the national, or you might want to think about it as the whole country. Or the United States government. Okay, so those are a bunch of names for the same thing. Okay. And yes, most of our notes that we've taken so far have been about those three branches of government at the United States level. But I want you to see that any government within our country follows those same ideas so that no one person becomes too powerful. So yes, it has the legislative, the executive, and the judicial branch. Okay, seen it a couple times now. What is the legislative, the lawmaking group for the whole nation? I hope you're saying Congress. And again, that's made up of the two groups, the Senate and the House of Representatives. The executive branch, I hope you're saying President, Cabinet, and military. So if you think about it, each one of these has an enforcement group, police, state troopers, military. Okay. And then the judging, interpreting laws, judicial branch, I hope you're saying U.S. Supreme Court. So this week was all about review and kind of reinforcing the ideas that Ms. Phillips talked to you about. There are lots of brain pops and videos and things included in your Padlet. So I hope that you'll use those to review and talk about them with the folks around you and try and really get those three branches locked in, what they do and who is in charge of them, especially at the federal level. Okay, guys, see you next time.